Hello bandits. Courtesy of the folks at Marvel, Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix, today I'm taking a look over the superhero-packed adventures of Kamala Khan and company in the brawling third-person title, Marvel's Avengers. Marvel's Avengers is a third-person brawler which takes place mostly after the infamous A-Day where the world turned against the Avengers. In campaign mode, you'll play as Kamala Khan, aka Ms. Marvel, as she works to reassemble the Avengers in a world where the AIM Corporation has effectively outlawed superheroes. Using the war table in a defunct helicarrier, you'll work to bring the Avengers back together and save the day. Multiplayer is mostly separate but feels very similar, and Warzone and Drop Zone missions can be played with up to 3 other players joining your superhero strike team. Marvel's Avengers is rated by PEGI at 16 and above and by the ESRB as T for Teen. In terms of worrying content, I would say there's about the same level here that you'd see within the film franchise. While I've seen no blood at all, there are still some elements of violence which seem to spike during cutscenes, but during gameplay the goreless we all fall down deaths aren't hugely worrying. Fear does play a part in some ways here, however, with the grotesque visuals of antagonist Dr. George Tarleton maybe causing some issues. Of course, the inclusion of online play here really benefits from chatting with teammates, but properly moderated chat with friends will work well. It would definitely be remiss of me, however, not to mention the good messages the title brings. Much like the film franchise, Marvel's Avengers is packed with the usual good messages for young ones on teamwork and acceptance. In addition, having a female Muslim character in the lead, complete with bikini and all, in a role that's not based at all on how attractive she is, has been really nice to see. And with that stacked up, onto the rundown. Visuals, fair. A low mark here considering the visuals within gameplay actually look pretty good, and while not top of the class, the gameplay isn't hampered. However, this has been marked down considerably based on cutscenes, where you'll find disappearing objects, flickering backgrounds, and some really rough edges throughout. It has impacted into gameplay on rare occasions as well, one time turning everything into a digitally induced bad trip, leading to a buzz crash back to the dashboard. Audio, great. The musical score is brilliant and the sound effects are on point. While the visuals are of course not licensed movie likenesses, the voice acting ensures that none of the characters we know are lost, and is all around outstanding. Narrative, great. The campaign mode wasn't a feature of the pre-release beta, but it definitely should have been. The single player campaign here is absolutely wonderful and provides a brilliant story set around the fall and rise of the classic Avengers team. Replay, great. There are a number of collectibles within the campaign mode, and while the gear leveling system wasn't what I expected from a title like this, it doesn't work too badly. Multiplayer really opens the title up, and there is enough to find and upgrade that while you do have adverts, I haven't felt pushed towards the microtransactions. Overall, the Pixel Bandits Let's Grab a Shawarma level for Marvel's Avengers is grab it. This is a great third-person brawler which has a story and campaign which could lift Mjolnir itself. However, I do have to say that there are a number of issues within the title. During gameplay here on Xbox One, there have been a couple of times when I've crashed back to the dashboard following extreme visual glitching. With items and sometimes people appearing and disappearing in cutscenes, immersion can really take a hit as well. The controls can also be a little janky from time to time, but in fairness it's the same with pretty much every third-person adventure that I've played of recent times. I genuinely started this review thinking that I was going to rate this as enjoyable, 3 out of 4 instead of 4. However, even with the visual glitches and rare crashes here on Xbox, I realised that I would still definitely recommend you grab this one when you can. Despite the setbacks, it is still overall a great experience and one which I've had a lot of fun with. It provides a true Avengers experience which complements the franchise well, and I do think that the fact that it has these faults but is still one which I can recommend really speaks volumes about the gameplay itself. And that's all I've got for you today. Don't forget to check out the extended review at pixelbandits.org and keep your eyes out for more news, reviews and live streams coming soon. If you can spare enough for a coffee, every donation helps us keep Pixel Bandits ad-free and independent, and either way we'll see you again very soon, so don't wander too far.